Welcome back, my friends, to some more Old School RuneScape. If you are new to the series, this is only episode 2, check the description for all the rules that I am following for the series and my goals with it. But this episode, it is my goal to start doing some of the quests here in the beginner area of Lumbridge. So I am pretty excited about that. I'm going to be talking to some of the characters and figuring some things out here. So let me start by talking to this guy. Now, before we fully get going with this episode, I want to take a quick moment to apologize. In the last episode, I messed with one of my settings that cut off a few pixels here on the right side of the screen. Thankfully, it's not too bad. You can still see most of the game. I apologize profusely. I'm very mad at myself. And rest assured, this is fixed by the next episode. Greetings, adventurer. I am Phileas, the Lumbridge Guide. I am here to give you information and directions to new players. Is there anything I can help you with? So I'm not going to read everything, or I'm just going to bore you guys to death. But let me see if he has anything interesting. Nah, he doesn't have anything interesting. No, I can find things myself. Thank you. All right, so let me talk to the Doomsayer here. Doom! Where? All around us. I can feel it in the air. Hear it on the wind. Smell it. Also in the air. Is there anything we can do about this doom? There's nothing you need to do, my friend. I am the Doomsayer, although my real title could be something like the Danger Tutor. Danger Tutor? Yes, I roam the world sensing danger. If I find a dangerous area, then I put up a warning sign and tell you what is so dangerous about that area. If you see signs often enough, you can turn them off. By the time, you likely know what area has in store for you. But what if I want to see the warnings again? That's why I'm waiting here. If you want to see the warning messages again, I can turn them back on for you. Thanks, I'll remember that if I see any warning messages. You're welcome. Okay, so once I leave Tutorial Island, I guess it gives you a set number of items. So, even if I farmed a bunch of arrows like I tried to in the last episode, I guess it just kind of resets. So, let me go ahead and clear up things that I don't need. I'm not going to use this bronze sword. And you know what? I'll eat the bread. I'll eat this. And then I will probably deposit most of the other things for now. So now let me head into the castle and we're going to start doing some of the quests. And of course, the classic first quest of the game is the cook's assistant. Now for this, you're going to need a pot and a bucket, which you come out of Tutorial Island with. But if you don't have those, there's a pot right here, and there's a bucket just down here in the basement area. So let me go ahead and talk to the cook. What am I to do? What's wrong? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm in a terrible mess. It's the Duke's birthday today, and I should be making him a lovely big birthday cake. I've forgotten to buy the ingredients. I'll never get them in time now. He'll sack me. What will I do? I have 4 children and a goat to look after. Would you please help me? Please? Yes. Yes, I'll help you. Oh, thank you, thank you. I need milk, an egg, and flour. I'd be very grateful if you can get them for me. So where do I find these ingredients then? Where do I find some flour? There's a mill fairly close by. Go north, then west. Mill Lane. Mill is just off the road to Draenor. I usually get my flour from there. Talk to Millie. She'll help you. She's a lovely girl and a fine miller. Make sure you take a pot with you for the flour, though. You've got one on you already. What about the milk? There's a cattle field on the other side of the river, just across the road from the Groats farm. Talk to Gilly Groats. She looks after the dairy cows. She'll tell you everything you need to know about milking cows. You'll need an empty bucket for the milk itself. I do see you've got a bucket on you already, luckily. And eggs? Where are they found? I normally get my eggs from Groats farm on the other side of the river. But any chicken should lay eggs. Alright, I've got all the information I need, thanks. Very good. So before I head out, I'm actually going to go all the way up. Because I think there is a bank here on the 3rd level. Unless I am wrong. No, yeah, there's a bank here. There is indeed a bank. So let me go ahead and... yeah, I guess they reset everything after Tutorial Island. So let me deposit all the arrows. Let me deposit the bow, the hatchet, the pickaxe. I'm not gonna need anything right now, aside from stuff for quests and a lot of inventory space. Okay, very good. So let me go ahead and equip the dagger and the shield, and I'll move these up. Then let me go down. And then let me talk to Duke Horatio. I believe he's supposed to be up here. He's going to give me another quest. Greetings, welcome to my castle. Have you any quests for me? Well, I wouldn't describe it as a quest, but there is something I could use your help with. What is it? We recently have been sorting through some of the things stored down here in the cellar. We found this old talisman. Duke shows you a talisman. The Order of the Wizards over at the Wizard's Tower has been on the hunt for magical artifacts recently. I wonder if this might be just the kind of thing that they're after. Would you be willing to take it to them for me? Yes. Sure, no problem. Thank you very much. You'll find the Wizard's Tower southwest of here, across the bridge from Draenor Village. When you arrive, look for Sedridor. He's the Archmage of the Wizards there. Alright, so I got the talisman. Let's go ahead and get out of here. And now I can start working on this quest. I'm going to try to complete a lot of different quests here. I think it's a nice way to get started. Now, I believe that if you talk to this mage here, they give you a lot of free runes, which might be helpful. So let me talk to the mage. Hello there, adventurer. I am the Magic Combat Tutor. Would you like to learn about Magic Combat or perhaps how to make runes? Well, actually, I'm going to say goodbye. And I think if I do claim, you have some mine runes in your bank. Oh, you have some air runes in your bank. You have runes in your bank. Okay, so they can't even be in your bank. So I'll have to come back to that momentarily. Yeah, I'll come back to that. I'll come back to it. Because I think you can stock up on runes more efficiently if you talk to that person over and over again and you drop the runes. So I might try that. Now, it's not every cow that you can milk, so it has to be specifically a dairy cow. So here's an egg, which I need for the quest. Okay, and then let me talk to this guy, Fred the farmer. What are you doing on my land? You're not the one who keeps leaving all my gates open and letting out all my sheep, are you? I'm looking for a quest. You're after a quest, you say. Actually, I could do with a bit of help. My sheep are getting mighty woolly. I'd be much obliged if you could shear them. And while you're at it, spin the wool for me too. Yes, that's it. Bring me 20 balls of wool, and I'm sure I could sort out some sort of payment. Of course, there's a small matter of the thing. What do you mean, the thing? Well, now no one has ever seen the thing. That's why we call it the thing. Because we don't know what it is. Some say it's a black-hearted shapeshifter, hungering for the souls of hardworking, decent folk like me. Others say it's just a sheep. Well, I don't have all day to stand around and gossip. Are you going to shear my sheep or what? Yes. Okay, I can do that. Good. Now, one more thing. Do you actually know how to shear a sheep? No, I don't actually. Well, first things first, you need a pair of shears. I've got some here that you can use. Fred gives you some shears. You just need to go and use them on the sheep out in my field. Sounds easy. That's what they all say. Some of the sheep don't like it too much. Persistence is the key. Once you've collected some wool, you can spin it into balls. Do you know how to spin wool? I don't know how to spin wool, sorry. Don't worry, it's quite simple. The nearest spinning wheel can be found on the first floor of Lumbridge Castle. To get to Lumbridge Castle, just follow the road east. This icon denotes a spinning wheel on the world map. Thank you. Okay. Let's go ahead and get out of here, and then I can actually climb up here and start shearing some sheep. So there are some rams. You got to be careful because, you know, You're looking at sheep. Looking for sheep, not rams. So let me go ahead and shear some of these. There we go. So this is the thing he's talking about. If you look closely, it's actually like 2 penguins in sheep disguise. So if you try to shear this one, the penguins kind of scurry off. And I think the quest giver has some interesting dialogue. If you try to do that and then talk to him. What are you doing on my land? Fred, I've seen the thing. You actually saw it? Run for the hills, Dark Elf 609. Grab as many chickens as you can. We have to. Fred. Flee. Oh, woe is me. The shapeshifter is coming after we're all. Fred. Doomed what? It's not a shapeshifter or any other kind of monster. Well then, what is it, boy? Well, it's just 2 penguins. Penguins disguised as a sheep. Have you been out in the sun too long? Alright. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you that little dialogue. Again, I like to fully explore games. And I think eventually I'll have very dedicated exploration episodes where I go over like an entire area, show you all the characters, all the things you can do in an area, but we'll just kind of play it by ear. Alright, I need 20 of these. Oh, there's the thing again. You know what? Let me attack a ram. I do want to start getting some combat levels. Why not? It's got 8 HP. I have to remember that I'm on Hardcore Ironman, so, you know, if I die, I'm gonna cry. The series won't finish if I lose my Hardcore Ironman status. It'll just be very sad for all of us. And since I am no expert in this game, you know, even though I've played it a lot over the years, I do consider myself a beginner. So, you know, I don't know how far I'm gonna make it without dying, to be quite honest with you. I'm definitely gonna try my best. Come on, sheep. Die. There you go. Let me get the bones, and I'll bury them. Alright, let me keep shearing, though. None of these have run away yet. Usually, some of these try to run away. Alright, so each of these is 4, so that's 12, that's 15. Okay, so 4 times 4, that's 16. That's 19. I need 1 more. Okay, so that should be 20. So I am done in here for now. So I still need flour. I need milk. And then I can head back. So there are more eggs here. But I already got my egg. So let me actually go up here. And I do need to pick some wheat in order to be able to make the flour. So let me grab wheat. Very good. And let me come in here to the mill, and I will be able to spin all this up into some nice ground flour. Let me talk to Millie the Miller. Hello, adventurer. Welcome to Mill Lane Mill. Can I help you? Who are you? I am Miss Millicent Miller, the miller of Mill Lane Mill. Our family have been milling flour for generations. It's a good business to be in. People will always need flour. How do I mill flour? Making flour is pretty easy. First of all, you will need to get some grain. You can pick some from the wheat fields. There's just one outside the mill, and there are many others scattered across Galenor. Feel free to pick wheat from the field. There will always be plenty of wheat there. Then I bring my wheat here. Yes, or one of the other mills in Galenor. They all work the same way. Just take your grain to the top floor of the mill, up 2 ladders. There are 3 floors, including this one, and place the grain into the hopper. Then you need to start the grinding process by pulling the hopper lever. You can add more grain, but each time you add grain, you need to pull the hopper lever again. So where does the flour go then? The flour appears in this room here. You'll need a pot to put the flour into. One pot will hold the flour made by 1 load of grain. And that's it. You now have some pots of finely ground flour of the highest quality, ideal for making tasty cakes or delicious bread. I'm not a cook, so you'll have to ask the cook to find out how to bake things. Great, thanks for your help. Okay, so let's go up. Let's make some of that bread. Go all the way up to the 3rd floor. And then I can put the grain in here, like she said. Pull the lever. There you go. And then I can climb down. And there I have my flour. Let me go ahead and take it. Very good. So now all I need is milk. Which I believe the dairy cows are a little bit to the east, if I'm not mistaken. Those are just regular cows. Let me go here. Well, actually, I should probably be going down because I think he said it's across the river. So yeah, let me click there. Let me let my character path. Okay. Yeah, I think that cow field over there. And I've run out of stamina, which is unfortunate. Maybe I should train agility up front so I can recover my stamina quicker and make this playthrough a little bit more bearable, because if I'm going to be walking everywhere, it's not going to be fun. Okay. So let me talk to Gilly Groats. Hello, I'm Gilly the Milkmaid. What can I do for you? Who are you? My name is Gilly Groats. My father is a farmer, and I milk the cows for him. Do you have any buckets of milk to spare? I'm afraid not. We need all of our milk to sell to the market, but you can milk the cow yourself if you need some milk. Thanks. Okay, so with the dairy cow, you can just milk it as long as you have a bucket. Chicka chicka moo moo, you know what I'm saying? There you go. Now I got the milk, I got the flour, I got the egg. I am ready to complete the quest. So let me head back to Lumbridge Castle. Oh my god, this walking is going to drive me nuts, man. I have to get my agility up. Maybe that's what I'll focus on the next episode, is just try to power level my agility to something bearable. Of course, I'll need a members account for that. My character's not members yet. I was kind of putting that off until I actually need to. So I know some of the obstacle courses, like the one in Draenor Village, I think you need to be level 10 for that. So I don't know how to get from 0 to 10 agility. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Alright, let me keep going here. Then I also have to spin all this wool and take it back to that quest guy. But let me turn in this quest first. Talk to the cook. Here's a bucket of milk. And a pot of flour. Here's a fresh egg. You've brought me everything I need. I am saved. Thank you. So, do I get to go to the Duke's party? I'm afraid not. Only the big cheeses get to dine with the Duke. Well, maybe one day I'll be important enough to sit on the Duke's table. Maybe, but I won't be holding my breath. There you go. Our first quest complete. You have completed the cook's assistant. Got 1 quest point and 300 cooking experience. Very nice. We are now level 5 cooking. Excellent. Okay, let me move this here, and then let me go up. I should be able to spin all this wool. And there's the spinning wheel. So we're going to make ball of wool, I only made one. Oh, no, he's making all of them. Good. Just gotta wait for all this to spin up, and then I am gonna go back up to the 3rd floor and withdraw those runes. That way I can try to get the free runes from the mage guide outside. I think that'll be helpful. And then I'll probably deposit these shears as well. I might use them in the future. I don't know. Any tool that I get from an NPC, I definitely want to store, because then, like I said, I don't want to use any shops or anything for this playthrough, just to make my character a little bit more self-sufficient. So something as simple as shears, if I throw them away now, it might be a nightmare to get it again later on. So let me talk to the banker. Okay. So let me deposit this, and then it's the air and the mine runes that are relevant to that guy out there. Okay, very good. Let me get out of here. And down again. Very good. My God, I can't believe that my stamina is only up to 38. Wow, what a nightmare. Yeah, I think agility is going to be a top priority. I think I'm going to have to do that pretty quickly. Okay, so what I'll do is I will drop the air runes, drop the mind runes, and then claim. Then I got 30 and 30. And then I can claim some more. Okay. However, we have cheeky people that try to take both. So every half hour you can come back and claim either arrows or runes, but not both. So I can only do this once every 30 minutes. Alright. Ah, well. Okay. So that's enough for now. Let me go turn in all these wool. I hope it was 20, man. I'm gonna cry if it was more than... He said 20, right? I'm not going crazy. And I counted right? Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Talk to Fred the farmer. What are you doing on my land? I need to talk to you about shearing the sheep. Oh, how are you doing with getting those balls of wool? I have some. Give them here then. That's the last of them. I guess I'd better pay you then. There you go. You have completed Sheep Shearer. You are awarded 1 quest point, 150 crafting experience, and 60 coins. There you go. And I am crafting level 3. Excellent. Alright, so now let me go back into Lumbridge itself, and we will start doing some other quests. Ooh, let me attack the imp. Anytime you see an imp, you're gonna wanna fight it, because there's a quest called Imp Catcher, and you wanna get some beads that they drop. So anytime I come across an imp, I'm gonna try to kill it. Now I think these guys can teleport mid-combat, which is a big pain in the butt, but we'll see what happens. He's got 4 HP left. Come on, little imp. My God. Yeah, see, he teleported, and... let's see where he teleported to. He's right there. It's kind of hard to catch him when my stamina is, like, non-existent. I guess I could shoot him with magic. That might be more efficient. I don't know. But I do need to get my combat up a little bit as well. Alright, so he died. And ashes and burnt meat. I don't need either of those things, obviously. Okay, so now I am looking for the chapel, which... Actually, I don't know exactly where it is. Let me go that way. There it is. There's going to be another quest in here. Talk to Father Eric. Welcome to the Church of Saradomin. Who's Saradomin? Surely you have heard of the god Saradomin? He who creates the forces of goodness and purity in this world. I cannot believe your ignorance. This is the god with more followers than any other, or at least in this part of the world. He who created this world long ago with his brothers Guthix and Zamorak. Oh, sorry, I'm not from this world. That's strange. I thought things not from this world were all, you know, slime and tentacles. You don't understand. This is an online game. I beg your pardon. Never mind. All right, let me try again. Welcome to the Church of Holy Saradomin. I'm looking for a quest. That's luckily, I need someone to do a quest for me. Before starting this quest, be aware that your combat level is lower than the recommended level of 10. That's okay. Okay, let me help then. Thank you. The problem is, there's a ghost in the church graveyard. I would like you to get rid of it. If you need any help, my friend Father Urhney is an expert on ghosts. I believe he is currently living as a hermit in Lumbridge Swamp. He has a little shack to the far west of the swamps. Exit the graveyard through the south gate to reach the swamp. I'm sure if you told him that I sent you, he'd be willing to help. My name is Father Eric, by the way. Pleased to meet you. Likewise. Take care traveling through the swamps. I've heard that they can be quite dangerous. I will, thanks. Okay. So, let me get out of here. Go out through this door, actually. So let me go find this other priest. So I think actually I'm gonna need to go west. I have to be careful with some of these enemies. They might attack me. I don't know if they're hostile or not. The rats might be hostile. Imagine if I lose my... Oh my god, if I lose my Iron Man to a giant rat in the swamp, I'm gonna cry. Open the door. Oh, this is a member-only thing. Okay, so wrong hut, wrong hut. Need to keep going west. I think it's that hut there. I'm gonna save my run energy in case I get attacked by anything I need to run away from, you know? These little level 3 rats don't attack me. It was just that big level 6 one. Alright, so I believe this is the correct place. There he is, Father Urhney. Go away, I'm meditating. Father Eric sent me to talk to you. I suppose I'd better talk to you then. What problems has he got himself into this time? He's got a ghost haunting his graveyard. Oh, the silly fool. I leave town for just 5 months, and already he can't manage. Well, I can't go back to exercise it. I vow not to leave this place until I had done a full 2 years of prayer and meditation. Tell you what I can do though, take this amulet. Gives you an amulet. It is the Amulet of Ghost Speak. So called because if you wear it, you can speak to ghosts. A lot of ghosts are doomed to be ghosts because they have left some important task uncompleted. Maybe if you know what this task is, you can get rid of the ghost. I'm not making any guarantees, mind you, but this is the best I can do right now. Thank you, I'll give it a try. Alright. So with that, let me go all the way northeast back to Lumbridge. Yeah, let me go northeast. And I guess on the mini-map, well, never mind. Usually red dots on the mini-map means things that you can pick up. Yellow are enemies. So yeah, I just have to be careful. I definitely don't want to get killed. That would be tragic. Imagine losing Iron Man on episode 2. I don't want to become a meme. Oh, God. I'm alright. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Maybe I should train my combat up a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, that rat's hitting me, man. It's hitting every time. Alright, so actually, let me put this on, and I think I can actually talk to the ghost here. You open the coffin, and there's the ghost, and I can actually talk to him with the amulet on. Hello, ghost, how are you? Not very good, actually. What's the problem, then? Did you just understand what I said? Wow, this amulet works. Oh, it's your amulet that's doing it. I did wonder. I don't suppose you could help me. I don't like being a ghost. Yes, okay. Do you know why you're a ghost? Nope. Just know that I can't do much of anything like this. I've been told a certain task may be needed to be completed so that you can rest in peace. I should think it is probably because a warlock has come along and stolen my skull. If you look inside my coffin there, you'll find my corpse without a head on it. Do you know where this warlock might be now? I think it was one of the warlocks who lives in the big tower by the sea southwest from here. Okay, I will try to get your skull back for you, and then you can rest in peace. Oh, thank you. That will be such great relief. It's so dull being a ghost. Okay, very good. So I must head on over to Wizard's Tower. So actually, let me head over here to the castle. I'm gonna pick up some armor, just so I'm a little bit safer. As an Iron Man, they do help you out a little bit by giving you some armor to start with. So let me try to do that. Or where is the... There he is, the Iron Man tutor. Hey there, Adam. Hey, old Hardcore Ironman, what can I do for you? I'd like to have any armor. There you go, wear it with pride. So yeah, depending on your Iron Man, you do get a little bit of an armor to help you on your journey. So that is all very good. Next, let me actually click on the map. And I'm headed over here, so I need to go west. Yeah, I need to go west. So let's go. Now the thing with the armor is that it does kind of slow you down a little bit in terms of your running. Alright, so I got my attack up a little bit. Let me do block. I want to raise my defense a little bit for this quest. I might kill a few things along the way. Maybe try to get like 3 levels or something. Attack that giant spider. Just because there is going to be a big skeleton that's going to attack me for one of these quests, and that's not good. Oh, God. You know what? Let's do the stab. Get my attack up. So I can train a little bit more efficiently, because I'm missing like every attack. My God, this is going to be painful. It's going to be very slow. Come on. There we go. Kill another spider here. Yeah, if I could get to like 3 attack, 3 defense, something like that, it'll make me feel a little bit better. Maybe I should attack these goblins. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of experience. Sometimes these goblins drop things that I might need as well, so it's better to fight them than the spiders. To keep an eye on my HP, though. Actually, taking a lot of damage. I mean, I'm already at 7 here. Alright, let's take the coins and the bones. I think once my attack is a little higher and I'm hitting a little bit more consistently, then it'll be a little bit easier to do this. I just want to get some basic attack levels here, you know? I'm not trying to grind or anything. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not like level 1 everything. Come on. Very good. All right, attack level 3. I'll take it. And then I missed what that little thing said. I don't know what it said. I was spam clicking. Let me do block. Let me get the defense up. Oh my god, get back here, goblin. Yeah, see, with the 3 attack, I'm hitting much more consistently. Maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, I'm just trying to get through this. 6 HP, huh? Maybe I should have kept that shrimp from Tutorial Island. We're doing okay, though. You get the bones. I already have hammer. Actually, I don't know if gold actually is going to do anything for me in this playthrough, because like I said, I am not allowing myself to use any shops. So gold may actually be useless for me. Getting a little bit of defense experience here. My god, I'm down to 5 HP. This goblin won't die. Alright, that's the last one I'm killing for now. I already have an air talisman, so I'm not going to grab another one. Let me just bury all these bones, get a little bit of prayer. Okay. Then I think I was going east, right? Let me look at the map again. Yeah, I'm going east and then south. Oh, and I'm at 100 run speed, so let me actually get rid of some of it. Okay. Good. Let me let it start recovering a little bit. And then there are a few things I want to do in here. So I think in here... I think actually down here is where I need to go for the air talisman. Then there's Archmage Sedridor. That's who I want to talk to. Welcome, adventurer, to the world-renowned Wizard's Tower, home of the Order of the Wizards. We are the oldest and most prestigious group of wizards around. Now, how may I help you? Are you Sedridor? Sedridor? What is it you want with him? The Duke of Lumbridge has sent me to find him. I have a talisman he found. He said Sedridor would be interested in it. Did he now? Well, hand it over then and we'll see what all the hubbub is about. Okay, here you are. He handed the talisman to Sedridor. Doesn't seem to be anything too special. Just a normal air talisman by the looks of things. Still, looks can be deceiving. Let me take a closer look. Sedridor murmurs some sort of incantation and the talisman glows slightly. How interesting. It would appear I spoke too soon. There's more to this talisman than meets the eye. In fact, it may well be the last piece of the puzzle. Puzzle? Indeed, the lost legacy of the first tower. This talisman may in fact be the key to finding the Forgotten Essence Mine. First tower? Forgotten Essence Mine? What are you on about? Ah, my apologies, adventurer. Allow me to fill you in. Go ahead. You are likely aware, when we cast spells, we do so using the power of runes. These runes are crafted from highly unique material and then imbued with magical power from various runic altars. Different altars create different runes with different magical effects. The process of imbuing runes is called rune crafting. Legend has it that this was once a common art, but the secrets of how to do it were lost until just under 200 years ago. The rediscovery of rune crafting has had such a large impact on the world that it marked the dawn of the Fifth Age. It also resulted in the birth of our order and the construction of the first Wizard's Tower. If it was the first tower, I'm guessing it doesn't exist anymore. What happened? It was burned down by traitorous members of our own order. They followed the evil god of chaos, Zamorak, and they wished to claim our magical discoveries in his name. When the tower burnt down, much was lost, including an important incantation, a spell that could be used to teleport to the hidden essence mine. The essence mine you mentioned earlier, I assume. Precisely, rune essence is the material used to make runes, but it is incredibly rare. That essence mine was the only place it could be found that our order knew of. Since the incantation was lost, we have struggled to maintain our stocks of rune essence. There are seemingly those out there who still know where to find some, but they have only been willing to sell us essence, and they have refused to share knowledge of how to find it ourselves. I'm starting to see why this is important. So do you think the talisman can help you rediscover the incantation? I do. All magic leaves traces, and from what I can tell, the talisman was used heavily during the time of the first tower. It would have taken to the essence mine many times, and the magical energies there have left an imprint on it. To think that it was hidden in Lumbridge all this time. So what happens now? It is critical that I share this discovery with my associate, Aubury, as soon as possible. He's not much of a wizard, but he's an expert in rune crafting, and his insight will be essential. Would you be willing to visit him for me? I would go myself, but I wish to study the talisman some more. Yes, certainly. He runs the rune shop in the southeast of Varrock. Please take this package of research notes to him. If all goes well, the secrets of the essence mine may soon be ours once more. So he gives me a package. Best of luck, Dark Elf 609. I don't remember telling you my name. How did you know it? Really now, I am the Archmage after all, you know? Okay, very good. So, this is the part where it could be dangerous, because I think this is where that skeleton will come to life, but this is needed for the Restless Ghost. Okay. So, let me set my run on. Then I'm going to search the altar. I got the skull. And there's the skeleton. I'm just going to run so I don't have to fight it, obviously. Because it's level 10. 13, actually. Okay. So definitely don't want that. And then I will just go up here. I don't know what I was paranoid about. I could have just run from that. I was like, I need to get my defense up before I go down there. But not the case at all. Let me climb up the staircase here and pick up yet another quest. Where's my character? Oh, there he is. Okay. Mizgog, is that the one I'm looking for? I think so. Give me a quest. Give me a quest what? Give me a quest, please. Well, seeing you asked nicely, I could do with some help. The wizard, Greyzog, next door, decided he didn't like me, so he enlisted an army of hundreds of imps. These imps stole all sorts of things. Most things I don't really care about, just eggs and balls of string and things. But they stole my 4 magical beads. There was a red one, a yellow one, a black one, and a white one. These imps have now spread out all over the kingdom. Could you get my beads back for me? Yes, I'll try. That's great, thank you. So that's what I was talking about earlier. I am going to have to kill a bunch of imps to get all those beads, but now I at least have the quest active. So now I can head back to Lumbridge. And turn in some quests. So it's going to be a longer episode, just because it's, you know, the first real episode of the series. I'm not counting that Tutorial Island one, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm having a lot of fun. I also don't want to stop recording. So that's another reason. Got some run energy left, so I can keep enjoying this run timer. What is this? Research package. I don't know what that is. Gonna be honest. Alright, let me get this ghost his skull back. No, where are you going? Not that way. It's kind of hard to click in here because it's so chaotic. So many icons. I'm out of run energy again. That sucks. Okay, there you go. Got this guy. Let me talk to him. Hello, Ghost. How are you? Good. How are you doing finding my skull? I have found it. Hurrah! Now I can stop being a ghost. You just need to put it in my coffin there and I'll be free. Alright, so let me inspect it actually. It's the skull of the ghost that is haunting Lumbridge Graveyard. Maybe I should return it back to the ghost coffin. So let me put it here. Release. Thank you, stranger. There you go. We have completed the Restless Ghost. We got 1 quest point and some prayer experience and the Ghost Speak amulet, of course. Prayer all the way up to level 10, which is absolutely excellent. I will take it. You can now use the prayer rock skin, and members can now use initiate armor. Okay. Congratulations, you just advanced to combat level 5. Alright. So, what is this thing? It's a vital piece of research. Oh, I guess that's from the quest, the Rune Mystery quest. So now, I have to go all the way to Varrock, like he told me. Which is going to be... Let me figure out how to get there. Varrock is all the way up to the north. Alright, so it is going to be quite a journey, isn't it? It is going to be quite a journey because I don't have any run speed. My god. But we're going to go there together. We're going to go there together. It's going to be a good time. In the meantime, I think there's something in Varrock that I'm going to need for another quest here in Lumbridge. The Spade. And I'm trying to look up on my phone as my character is going up there where I can find the Spade. Because like I said, normally you can buy this at a shop, but since I'm not letting myself use shop, then I have to find it on the overworld itself. So there is There's one on the Varrock General Store on the 2nd floor. Is the research that I'm getting here. So I'm gonna have to go a little bit west here. Okay. Let me keep moving that way. So the general store, 2nd floor, should have a spade. That'll be good. Let me go ahead and run. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might fast forward this a little bit. I might fast forward since it's going to take a while to get there without the run speed. Don't want to bore you guys to death. Ah, so I can teleport to Lumbridge, but it's 30-minute cooldown timer on it. That's okay. I should have known about that. Varrock, one of the main cities of RuneScape. Man, I remember way back in the day when I first started this game that my friend that introduced me to it back in RuneScape Classic, he took me to the smithy here in Varrock, and he was asking players who could craft me a bronze armor. And I was just blown away. Completely blown away that a player could craft me armor. And from that day on, I was hooked. I know it sounds simple, but that is a memory that I have. I remember my first day of playing RuneScape Classic because that is what sticks out to me, is my friend taking me to the smithy and asking another player to craft me a full bronze set. And me just being blown away. So yeah, that's that. So there's a spade that I'm going to be using for another quest. But now let me actually head in to do the Rune Mysteries on the east end of town. Alright, let me turn on the run speed here. I forgot exactly where this is. It's in the rune shop somewhere around here. I actually don't know where it is. Let me open the gate. Is it through here? Surely not, because there are no NPCs there. So it actually has to be out here. Oh man. Yeah, if you watch my Lord of the Rings Online series, you know that I just get hopelessly lost all the time. No, 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 not that way. There he is. Oh no, why is that? Oh, he's a mugger. He's attacking me. What are you doing, dude? Close the door. My God. Did I attack him or did he attack me? Do you want to buy some runes? I've been sent here with a package for you. A package from whom? From Sedridor at the Wizard's Tower. From Sedridor? But surely he can't have. Please let me have it. I must be extremely important for him to have sent a stranger. You hand over the package to Aubury. Now let's have a look. Aubury goes through the package of research notes. This is incredible. My gratitude to you, adventurer, for bringing me these research notes. Thanks to you, I think we finally have it. You mean the incantation? Well, when we combine my own research with this latest discovery, I think we might just... No, I'm getting ahead of myself. The signs are promising, but let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. Here, take these notes back to Sedridor. They should hopefully give him everything he needs. Aubury hands you some research notes. Alright, so now I have to return to him. And let me see if... So the Wizard Tower is all the way down there. Lumbridge is here. So yeah, I am going to use my teleport. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do some editing here. I will meet you back at the Wizard Tower. Oh, I got an imp. I'm going to attack this imp. Get back here, you imp. Let me actually go back to the stab here. I need to get my attack up. Attack is important or else you're just going to be missing every hit. Hopefully I can get a beat out of this guy. And then since I'm here, I'm also going to try to get another set of runes from the mage here. Don't teleport, you little imp. Don't do it. I know you're thinking about it. Don't do it. You scumbag. There we go. Excellent. Mind Talisman. I guess I'll take the Mind Talisman. I don't have one of those. Okay, and then the Mage Tutor. So I'll have to drop the runes real quick in order to be able to get this stuff. Alright, there you go. So she gives me 30 more of each. Excellent. Perfect. Alright, yeah, I'll meet you back at the Wizard Tower. Alright, we're back, and I kind of want to kill myself because of this terrible stamina and having to walk everywhere. So if anybody wants to tell me the best way to get to level 10 agility, I would appreciate it. Now, I looked online and people said go do the agility course at the Gnome Stronghold, but that's like so far from the starting area that I don't want to go all the way over there. I kind of just want to get to level 10 so I can do the Draenor rooftop course. So if anybody knows how to get my agility to level 10 quickly around this area, like the Varrock, Falador, Draenor, Lumbridge area, please let me know in the comments. But anyways, let me talk to Sedridor here. Dark Elf 609, how goes your quest? Have you delivered my research to Aubury yet? Yes, I have. He gave me some notes to give you. Wonderful, let's have a look then. Alright, let's see what Aubury has for us. Yes, this is it, the Lost Incantation. So you'll be able to access the Essence Mine now. That's right, because of you, our order finally has a proper source of rune essence again. Thank you, friend. If you ever want to access the Essence Mine yourself, just let me know. It's the least I can do. I will also share the incantation with others, including Aubury. When I do, I'll let them know that you are to be given unlimited access to the mine. Oh, and you can have this air talisman back as well. I have no further need for it, and I'm sure you will find it useful. In case you didn't know, the talisman can be used to craft air runes. Just take it to an air altar south of Falador, along with some rune essences. Don't worry, if you can't find the altar, the talisman can guide you there. You may find the talisman for other altars as well while you're adventuring. They'll let you craft other types of runes. Great, thanks. My pleasure. There you go, we have completed Rune Mysteries. We got an air talisman, some rune essence mine access, and a quest point. So I did a lot this episode. I did a lot of the quests. We kind of got started on everything, and I hope you enjoyed and you had a good time. I'm having a great time. In the next episode, we'll figure out what we're going to do. I kind of want to grind out some agility, though, just to make the series a bit better for everybody to watch, so I can run around more efficiently, but we'll see. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.